What is going on, guys? So I'm in the garage here working on Chip, and it is time to make this thing look a little better. You guys know I've been kind of on the make it not look so bad kick lately. You know, I did new mirrors, cowl, working on the cowling stuff, you know, just kind of buttoning everything up. I added some more stuff back to the interior, put the kick panels back in, put the clock back in. It doesn't work, but it never really did. Just trying to make it look a little nicer, more presentable, you know, more of a I don't know, something I'm more proud of, I guess you call it. But next is the intake. So I never liked this intake. The rubber intake does look OEM, but it's just like some hacked up old filter, mass airflow still in there that necks it down, ugly rubber elbow that came off the car with some sensors in it still, and I already unbolted it, but then it had duct tape on the bottom trying to seal up the it's not a vacuum leak because it's before the throttle body, but trying to seal that up. And then, you know, an OEM Ford mass airflow, and it just didn't look good. So I have everything now to replace this with something that looks much better. This thing is so terrible. I'm so glad to get rid of this thing. What's going on, guys? Today's video is sponsored by Aura frames. You guys know I've already talked about these frames. They are very nice, very clean, very cool, super easy to set up. They go up in like 5 minutes, and before you know it, you have hundreds of photos on this. Me and Bronte have been adding them constantly. Really fun to just have around the house. They make an awesome gift. So Mother's Day is coming up. I have 2 links down below. You guys can just hop on there, grab your mother, grab your sister, grab your cousin, whoever, one of these frames, and they will not be disappointed. I guarantee it. You can either fill them yourself or give them the gift and they could fill it with photos. Either way, sometimes, you know, your mom just wants to open it up and look at photos. She doesn't have to hassle with putting them on or anything like that. She could just get it and go. They make an awesome gift. Guys, check these out. Aura frames, link down in the description. But let's give it a go. So this isn't like a terrible intake. It is a K&M, but it's very old. So I ordered some new stuff here. Good old Amazon speed shop. Got things next day. New filter, pipe, and a coupling. So pretty nice stuff. I probably won't leave this silver. It's a little much, but it looks so good once it's there like that. Yeah, that looks so much better. So put it like that, and then put the filter off of it and clamp her on, and that thing should be nice and simple. I'll have to cut this down a little bit for the filter, but it's gonna look so good now. Real race car stuff. So there's a 4-inch 90 that I got. That was it is designed as an intake kit. It's not like just like a pipe. I don't know, it's like a Spectra pipe, but should work. The pipe's not under boost, so shouldn't be a big issue at all. And this clamp is so tight on there, I probably don't even need a hose clamp. Just need one for here. All right, so find one hose clamp for that and we should be good to go. All right, so there's the mock-up of the 4-inch intake pipe. A lot of LSA guys will do 5-inch, but unless I have a ported blower and a bigger throttle body, I don't know if I see a 5-inch as being super necessary, because it's gonna neck down anyways. So I don't know, until all that, it doesn't really seem necessary. But for $100, that is a nice intake. Put some wrinkle black on there maybe to match that, because there's not really any polished under here, so it doesn't exactly fit with the general theme, but I do really like that a lot. Super clean. It unfortunately is going to get some hot air from the radiator, but it kind of gets around. I was thinking about trying to make a shroud, but it doesn't really, not really going to work out right for me. I don't think there's any way to really make a shroud there unless I moved the catch can and stuff and went more this way, but it just doesn't seem that I don't know, doesn't seem like it's going to work out that well. There's not really another good spot for the catch can. I don't like this spot to begin with, but kind of it is what it is in a way. I would love to have the catch can not in the engine bay, but until we get some more fab work going, that's where she's living. All right, I made 2 lines, so we're gonna cut it right here so that there's that little bit of space, so that when the filter is on, it obviously has something to clamp to, but should look pretty nice. So just got to make it a little shorter, and then sand it and paint it. Now I use a little deburring tool, and like this, clean her up. All right, there we go. Looks good. We got Bowser down here eating. Henry's up there eating. Squirrels and birds are eating. It looks pretty nice now. Just need to scuff it up and paint it. Find some wrinkle black and make this intake look nice. All right, well, I kind of scuffed it up and put it in here. It's just hanging on my little homemade paint booth for small parts. So I have a fan at the bottom that I'll turn on once it's sprayed. But definitely don't turn it on while you're spraying or you will make a mess. You can see the V1 over here. She's been dusted, peppered a little bit. So options are really pretty slim. All I have is truck bed liner, so we'll see how that looks. The nice thing is if I don't like it, I could easily get rid of it and then gloss clear. Okay, we'll let her dry a little bit. All right, guys, so I got Bowser out here, Henry over here. Check it out. Can you see it? There's a pretty large rabbit. I'm actually a lot closer than the GoPro shows. Oh, there you go. Well, it's not perfect. I don't like the paint I used. I think I'm gonna get some wrinkle black, but it does look pretty good. I didn't do a heck of a job painting it. There's 2 run spots, very visible, and the underside is very bad, but I got 2 different clamps on their way already. I ordered them when I ordered everything, but they're a little slower, but that looks so much freaking better. And the fact that there's no like mass airflow, there's no sensors into this intake pipe, make it so much easier. But I love that. Looks so freaking good. Now if it would stop raining, we can go drag race it. Just poured rain, but my grass really needed it. It doesn't probably show up that well in the camera, but this grass is usually so much better. Oh look, there's the rabbit again. He's back. Hey friend, how you doing? So one of the reasons why I always don't film myself working is because it's a pain in the butt. Because the GoPro I keep on this little stick. I'm using the GoPro right now so you can't really see, but I'll show you guys in 1 second. I keep on this little stick and you can't always set it up everywhere. So I kind of modified this little piece of metal real quick, bent it and put a hole in it so that the thing can be easily put in, because you guys know if you ever work with a GoPro, you have to unscrew the little thing, undo the little thing, and screw it onto the top of the tripod. It's kind of a pain in the butt. They don't make it easy unless you use like one of their GoPro clips, which I don't really like using because it doesn't work well on this mount that I use 99% of the time. So I wanted to make it to where I could use both styles kind of interchangeably. So I'll show you guys. Set it up to where it can just kind of slide in there. Use it like that, and then easily pop back out, because this is the mount I like to use, and it's a little tripod, so it's good for like 99% of the time. But that one time when you want to just like quickly film yourself, now I can actually do it. So this is trial run 1. It definitely needs a little bit more stuff to make it perfect, but this should help a little bit. And then I can just pull the GoPro out and done deal. So that's part of it. I don't like to use 2 cameras because I don't like to have to edit 2 different angles together, mostly just because I am lazy and don't enjoy creating extra work for myself when I'm in the editing stage of things. So 1 camera is definitely best, keeps things in chronological order. That's just your little tip on YouTubing, I guess, from me, what I like to do. Some people like to use many cameras. Some people like a lot of time lapses. I don't really like time lapses. I don't like music. I don't like watching somebody work. I just want to see the gist of things when I usually watch. So that's me. Everybody's different on that aspect, but just kind of giving you my insight. But there you go, little piece of flat bar. I tried a different hole, but I made it too big, so I had to redo it, and then it's a little better. I wanted to do it out of a tube, but I did not have the tube. I didn't have the right size, like, you know, bar. Like, it needs to be like this exact size. It fits in perfect into there. So maybe I'll get that and modify it again, but for now, we're gonna be using this guy. All right, it's time to get this thing aligned. Finally, I've been kind of putting it off. So, time to load this thing up onto the trailer. Could have drove it there, but I don't really have a ride home at the moment, so might as well just trailer it. And it's pretty wet out, and it's on these old slicks. So, you know, rather keep it safe. But you guys know this thing's a trailer queen. It's not exactly a street car like I claim. Trailer queen. Let's go. All right, well, back from the fresh alignment. The guys over at Superior Auto in Bradenton always take care of me. They have an awesome alignment rack, and they always do a really good job. They're the only people that have ever touched the alignment on the Camaro, and they are the only people that have ever touched the alignment on the Mustang now. So here is what they did. They printed it out for me. So this is before. I had the camber pretty decent. Caster is unchanged. Camber is pretty close to what I had, but they obviously got a lot closer. They're at 0.6. I was at 0.9 and 0.7. They got it to 0.6. Caster, not really anything they could do on that one. It is what it is, the way that it's set up, but it should be fine. And then toe was really bad. My toe was 0.49 and 0.71, and they got it down to 0.13 and 0.14. Steer angle, steer ahead, they got to 0. It was 0.11. Total toe was so bad. Just look at that. I don't know how well you guys can see all this, but they were able to do all that. The rear, not really anything they can do on that because it has the stock lower control arms right now, until I get some different shocks and do the lowers, but not really a whole lot they could have done on that one. It's not too bad. It's basically just OEM, but they were able to check it at least. But it should drive a lot better now. That was definitely hurting me, definitely slowing me down in the quarter mile. That much toe in is really bad. But also at the same time, I'm pretty pumped with how I was able to do this with like maybe 15 minutes of work with a couple of tape measures. If I spent a little bit longer, I probably could have done better, but not really something I was too worried about at the moment. I kind of just winged it, and I was hoping to get it to the alignment rack earlier. Didn't work out that way, so here we are. Looks good though, so hopefully tomorrow, if it does not rain, we can go to the track and get this thing down the track. I really want to try to run a 9 on pump gas. I really want that to happen, but we'll see how close we can get. It's kind of just a roll of dice. You guys know it's always a maybe. I don't really know what this thing's gonna do with like really trying, because I haven't really pushed it or tried. I really only had one good pass in it, and it went 1040, but hopefully something can happen from this. So very pumped, very ready to get this thing to the track. Really like how it's looking and sitting right now. GM badge on the side, fresh intake, that should help a little bit. Just all around ready to hit the track. So that's gonna do it, guys. Thank you for watching. Keep it saucy. I'll see you next time.